In a world screaming for your attention, silence has become a luxury we can no longer afford to ignore or avoid in our daily lives. We are tethered to digital echoes, mistaking 1,000 hollow connections for the true strength found only in the depths of quiet and focused solitude. Every notification is a demand on your soul, pulling you away from the center of your own being and the hidden power within your mind. Yet you fear the silence because you have forgotten who you are when the noise stops and the world finally fades into the distant, cold background. Ask yourself, what is the one thing you are truly running from? Is it the world? Or is it the person you see in the mirror? A warrior does not fear the desert. He understands that the heat and the wind are merely tools to forge his inner steel and spirit. Seneca once remarked that we suffer more in our imagination than in reality. Trapped by ghosts of our own making and fears of being alone. Solitude is not a prison. It is the ultimate training ground where the weak are broken and the strong are truly born into their own power. The noise of the era is a distraction designed to keep you small, dependent, and afraid of your own magnificent and untapped potential for greatness. Listen to the rhythm of your own heart. It is the only compass you will ever need to navigate the storm of life and digital chaos. Your mind is not broken. It is simply untrained, waiting for the command of a master who is finally ready to take full control of destiny. Marcus Aurelius taught that the most peaceful place a man can find is within the sanctuary of his own quiet, disciplined, and unshakable inner soul. True power is not found in the noise of the crowd, but in the stillness of a mind that cannot be shaken by external events. When you stop seeking validation from others, you reclaim the energy that was once scattered to the winds of social approval and empty and meaningless lives. Be like the flame that burns steady even when the gale howls. Your inner peace is your only true, impenetrable fortress against the modern world. Solitude is the presence of the self, a gathering of forces, and a preparation for the battles that the external world will inevitably bring to you. Every moment you spend alone is an investment in your future sovereignty, a brick in the wall of your character that no one can destroy. The philosophy of the Stoics is not about isolation, but about becoming so whole that you no longer need the world to tell you your worth. You are not lonely when you are with your thoughts. You are in the company of the greatest teacher you will ever have in this life. The world may take your possessions, but it can never take the fortress you have built within the depths of your own disciplined and resilient mind. See yourself clearly, without the filters of society, and realize that you are enough exactly as you are right now, in this very silent moment. Join forces with the strongest version of yourself, the one who does not tremble when the doors of the world are closed and you are alone. Think of your mind as a blade being forged in the heat of discipline, tempered by the cold water of absolute and intentional solitary focus. The pen is your hammer. The paper is your anvil. Write your way into clarity and carve out your own destiny through the power of reflection. Even the smallest action, done with total focus, is a victory against the chaos that seeks to drown your intentional and powerful inner warrior spirit. Walk through the storms of life with your head held high, knowing that the rain only washes away what is unnecessary and weak in you. Your mind is the only home you will inhabit for your entire life. Protect its borders with the ferocity and discipline of a wise king. Discipline is the bridge between the person you are today and the invincible warrior you are destined to become in the very near future. Every second of silence is a rep in the spiritual gym, building the muscles of focus and the sinews of an unyielding and iron will. The mountain does not ask for permission to stand. It simply exists, immovable and majestic in its own solitary, silent, and eternal glory. Right now, commit to this journey by typing, "The mind is my home, and I will protect it," in the comments below this video. Let the noise of the world drift away like smoke, leaving behind only the solid, that unyielding core of your own true and authentic inner essence. Stop running from yourself. The person you have been avoiding is the only one who can truly save your life and guide your path today. The greatest weapon of the modern warrior is the ability to remain calm while everyone else around him is losing their goddamn minds. Be the rock that the ocean strikes in vain. The waves may crash and roar, but the stone remains rooted in the deep and silent. History is written by those who had the courage to work in the shadows, far away from the applause and distractions of the mediocre crowd. In the deep silence of the garden, the secrets of the universe are revealed to those who have the patience and the will to listen. Silence is a blade that cuts through the lies of the ego, leaving only the sharp, cold, and undeniable truth of your current reality. Let the masks fall away, that you no longer need to perform for an audience that doesn't truly care about your soul or your inner peace. Epictetus taught that he who masters himself is truly free. All other forms of freedom are merely illusions for the weak and the distracted. Release the need for external validation and watch as the heavy chains of social anxiety crumble into nothingness at your very feet today. Do not fear the dark. It is in the absence of light that your inner fire begins to shine the brightest and most intense of all. The eagle flies alone, far above the constant chatter of the crows, because he knows that greatness requires a much higher altitude than most. True mastery is being alone, even in a crowd, keeping your internal compass pointed toward your own true north without any deviation or hesitation. The moon does not compete with the stars.
Look at me.
It simply shines
You
with
have
a
to be
borrowed
honest
light
with yourself this
that it
time.
has made its own
No more
through
hiding
quiet,
from the truth.
silver reflection.
It's time to face it.
Guard your attention like it is the most valuable currency on earth. Why? Because it is the only thing you truly own in this chaotic life. Vulnerability and solitude becomes your greatest strength. When you realize that you are your own most reliable, steady, and trustworthy ally in every battle. When you are at peace with being alone, you become invincible, because you no longer need anything from anyone else to feel complete. Start today by disconnecting for 30 minutes. No phones, no music, just you and the raw, unfiltered power of your own deep and quiet thoughts. Stare into the void until the void becomes a mirror, finally showing you the parts of yourself you have been too busy to see lately. Eat your dinner in total silence and taste your life again. Realize that simplicity is the ultimate form of modern and powerful inner sophistication. Now write down your deepest fears and watch them lose their power as you translate them from haunting ghosts into simple ink on a page. Listen to the wind and the birds. They have been speaking the truth long before the very first digital screen was ever built by man. Speak to yourself with the kindness of a mentor and the sternness of a general. You are your own leader and your own best student. Remove the physical clutter from your space to remove the mental clutter from your mind, and let your environment reflect your newfound inner clarity. Set boundaries that the world cannot cross. Your time is sacred, and your inner peace is a non-negotiable priority for your mental health. Inhale the silence, exhale the chaos. Each breath is a reminder that you are the absolute master of your own internal and emotional state. Remember that loneliness is the initial challenge you must face. But solitude is the ultimate reward for those who endure the transition into strength. The world will survive without you for an hour. The real question is, why will you survive without the world's constant and deafening noise? The strongest trees grow in the most isolated places, where they must dig their roots deep into the earth to survive the heavy wind. Carve out a life of meaning, piece by piece, through the patient application of your own focused, uninterrupted, and highly disciplined mental energy. You are a part of the cosmos, a silent observer of the infinite. In that realization, all your petty fears begin to dissolve away forever. Now, time is the only thing you cannot buy back. Spend it wisely in the company of the one person who truly matters, your own self. The night of your confusion is ending. The dawn of your new, invincible self is finally beginning to break over the distant, hopeful horizon. Step out of the shadows of your old habits and into the brilliant light of a life lived with intention and absolute inner freedom. You have the tools, you have the knowledge, and you have the strength. Now you only need the courage to act upon your truth. Thus master your mind, and the world will have no choice but to follow the path you have so carefully and bravely blazed for yourself. Master your life by mastering the moments when no one is watching. That is where true character is forged, tested, and finally perfected. Invincibility is not the absence of struggle, but the presence of an unshakable spirit that welcomes the challenge with a steady, confident smile. The armor of the Stoic is made of silence, discipline, and an unwavering commitment to the truth of his own eternal and powerful soul. You are reaching the peak of your own potential. Do not look back at the valley of noise you have finally left behind you. Reach for the greatness that is your birthright. And do not let the small minds of the crowd hold you back from your destiny. The bell toll of your old life has sounded. It is time to wake up and claim the power that has always been yours. Walk like a warrior, live like a king, and master the art of being alone until you are truly, finally, and completely unbeatable today. Are you ready to become the master of your own fate? Your journey into the heart of silence begins right here, right now. Stand.